It's Valentine's Day next week, so I'm brushing up on some Lord Byron. You think you have to spend a lot of money to be a romantic. You do not have to spend a lot of money. I have 4 tips here that's going to be a bonanza for you. Here's number 1 tip for Valentine's Day. This one is so easy. You would think everyone would do this, but feel me out here. You want to go out for dinner. Expensive places, long lines, overpriced meals. You have to tip 20%. Come on, you don't have that kind of money. What you do is take her to, or him. This is, doesn't have to be male, female. This is going to be just take the person that you love. Find, yes, a fast food place. But it's not just any experience. What you're going to do is you're going to drape the table with a nice tablecloth. You're going to take a napkin. I was a waiter for many years. Boom, right like that. Take out the burrito or the Big Mac. Take it off the paper, put it on a nice piece of china. You have some cutlery right here. You have a couple wine goblets. Pour the Diet Cokes or beverage, fountain beverage of your choice. Let the bubbles sparkle. And then get out some battery-powered electric candles. No open flame. I think Taco Bell has something against open flames. And these smell like vanilla. Here's my second romantic tip. Find some stuffing. Like this. I got this out of my wife's sewing room. Get some scissors, some fabric, some stuff to make with hair, and make her a doll. Like this. I have a doll right here that looks like me. And guess what? You have to bleed for the gift. It's your creativity. My boy Emerson said, if you just buy rings or chocolate, you're buying some other person's art and passing it off as your own. That's just wrong. You have to bleed for it. And so when you make a doll, you might actually bleed because, if you don't know how to cut, and the scissors and the pins, and you create a doll and then you give it to her. It says, I am not here for you all the time, but this right here can stay with you all the time, right next to your pillow. And you wake up, and this is kind of frightening actually because it's kind of my face there. But anyway, you could make her a doll. And what happened with me, this was a catastrophe. I did this. This is not this. This is something else. I made this other doll. And it was a complete catastrophe. I think she actually used it as a voodoo doll later, and that's why I get these muscle spasms sometimes that happen. So this could work. It just didn't work for me. Here's my third tip. Again, this requires creativity and a little patience. Way back when, I took 24 pictures of me doing things with signs on me like this. Bananas on my head with a sign saying like, I'm bananas for you. Or singing with the guitar saying, I'm singing the blues right without you. This was a complete and utter catastrophe. I didn't have digital, so I just took 24 pictures on film and just sent the film and said develop me. Woo! Bad. It just blew up. It was awful. However, it could really, really work for you. And you could just send her a picture a day. A picture an hour. Over 24 hours, she gets 24 pictures of you declaring your love in some sort of corny, punny way. And you can take the credit. You don't have to give me credit for this. This was the best. This one so worked well for me, it actually, I'm married now because of this, I think. It was early in our relationship. I just met this girl, this beautiful woman, and I was so moved with emotion. I created sonnets. So I read a bunch of Shakespeare, learned what he did, and I just did what he did. Iambic pentameter, A-B, rhyming couplet at the end, 14 lines, unstressed, stressed, and I wrote these poems right here. I framed them. I wrote them, I framed them, I gave them to her, and she was like reading it, and she was like overcome. She didn't know what to think. I had to interpret them for her, and she was like, oh, this is so nice. And then I went and put them up in her bathroom. So every time she was on the toilet, she could read my poems. And I signed it for her, right here, Love, Walter. And within a couple of months, we were engaged. Yes, it's the power of poetry. I would read some of these to you, but I don't want you to fall in love with me too, because that's just wrong. This was only for my wife. She walks in beauty. She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies. Okay, I think you know what I'm getting at here. You just have a good Valentine's Day. Take care.